Okay, welcome to another recording of STO or Star Trek Online. I've just listened back to the previous recording and found that even with my speakers down on a very low setting, I'm still getting reverberation through the speakers or feedback. So I've actually turned my speakers all the way off. So if I over talk, like I'm sure the game will record its own sound within the recording, but I've got the speakers turned down. So if I over talk any sort of NPC, I'm sorry, I can't actually hear anything. Until I can resolve this issue, I'll have to keep my volume down or even off. Okay, so we are going to continue with our let's see. Okay, so for some reason the border of the screen, I cannot go beyond it. So when I do this, I cannot click on anything down the bottom here. So as you can see, I can't transwarp because the mouse will not register. So I have to have my screen like this, and I don't know why, to actually use everything. So I'm just gonna bring this up a little bit so I can bring this down a bit. There we go. We'll go to the fleet starbase, and from there we will move on to the next fleet holding. So I've actually put in the description why I leave this particular portion of the video in, the recording of this. Is to show that if you are doing videos, there is background work. You don't just look at someone's YouTube video and think, oh, how do they get it done so perfectly? They've actually got to do the background as well. So this sort of stuff, the loading screens, will normally be edited out of a video. Whereas I'm leaving it in because I'm new to the YouTube. I'm showing you that for new people, it's not easy goings. As you get better at it, learn how to edit. Once I get better at it and learn how to edit, I will be editing out these sorts of things and just start recording. I don't know why it does that slingshot thing when it stops. When I get better at recording, I will actually edit out this sort of footage and just start where I'm here in the transporter room, and then we'll just go on our little tours and stuff like that. So we'll just have a quick look at our fleet holdings. So I've done the embassy, I've done the starbase where we are, I've just finished the dilithium, excuse me. So let's have a look at the fleet spire. Okay, and again, I'm not sure if there's going to be any talking, so if I talk over anything, I am sorry about that. Yeah, we'll just keep going. So as you can see, again, we'll go to the big map and have a look. Doesn't really show you much, but this is pretty much inside the Dyson sphere. There are a lot of these control spires everywhere. I'm not sure if there's any in the background. I can't. Is that one? Wait a minute. That might be a smaller version of it. Well, what's going on? Why did that happen? Okay. So let's go inside, dock at the spire. Okay, so this should be a short video. The spire's not a huge thing. Again, we'll go to the big screen and let's zoom in. I'm going to, again, I don't know why I have to have this particular screen to work the game. I don't think it's the game itself, it's my computer. I've had issues with it. So where are we? We're right here. So I think that's got one shop in it, but that's basically just for show, and there's a few more NPCs in here. Let's have a quick look. So we start here, we transport in, and then we'll have a look here. We'll go around the outside, have a look. Actually, no, we'll start in here. Have a look in here and just go around the outside, then we'll go down this hallway and have a look at this other room. Okay, so if you're wondering how you get up there, you'll find out in a second. The floor actually grows out. It senses movement and actually happens. So where is the... I thought there was a control panel up here. Again, I haven't visited the fleet holdings for a while. Basically, I've bought everything I need. I don't need anything else. You can't jump off, you've got to take the walkway. Okay. Okay, and then we'll go this way around the outside. That's a dead end. You can see here that would be a hallway there. There's nothing there. So you got some NPCs. You got your tailor where you get your uniform changed, and then you've got bridge personnel requirements. Again, they've got the specialties. So they're Voth, so they're mostly scientists. So let's have a look. 20% chance to cause anyone affected by your charged particles burst to be unable to detect you. So basically you go into a cloak. Actually, I think... Let's close this off. Crucius, Voth. Ah, no, it's the Tholians. That's right, it's the Tholians. They have a very similar thing. So where these ones can fight off the Voth, will help you increase your fighting against the Voth. We'll have a look at the... No, not that one. The roster. And we'll go to Species Voth. Okay, you can see they're all scientists, lab, biologists, development lab, research lab. They're all scientists. Having them active on your space and ground. You can see here where I've got them fighting the Voth. I only activated these for the space because obviously when I got to the Spire, we were fighting I was doing a lot of Voth fighting with space battles, so that's why I've got them here. But on my active ground, Tholians. Again, let's go to species and check out Tholians. There you go, Undine, Borg, Tholian. So they're pretty good at fighting, but the thing is you can only have one active Tholian at any time, I think. So yeah, got to be careful with that one. So that's what you get here. You get that's for your no, wrong one again. For your R&D. So when you got these special projects, you can see you get some crewmen to do them. Some require a specialty in that specific field. So you might have to have the Voth scientist, or even if you don't need them, having them allocated to that space will actually increase the... let's just start one here. Confirm. You got ultra rare and very rare. So the better the quality the R&D scientist is, the more likely you are to get an ultra rare. So the very well drop down to like 60, and that will go up to like 40 if you have a very good duty officer in that slot. So that's why you would want to get the fleet holding for the Spire to get personnel for science projects, especially if you're like me and you like to do all the sciencey stuff. You hoard all the science projects and you just do as much as... This will open these windows. So basically you'll see what the ship was seeing earlier when you were outside. And again, you have to wait for that to lower. And then let's go out. And again, I don't think you can fall off. Let's have a... No, it stops you. So you can see it's quite a view. Whenever I see something like this in a game, I want to be there and just see it. When a game development does such a good job that you see this and you want to be standing right there looking at it, you know they've done a good job with the graphics. The fog. This is inside a Dyson sphere, by the way, so there's a star up there somewhere. And then down there is just the bottomless, you know, the pit, the area. So we'll just close that for the sake of closing it. Okay, and then in here, I think you got your mail access, and so you don't fall in. The little barriers pop up. Bank access. This actually changes the display. Activate. Boom. Okay, so this is the star, this is the Dyson sphere, and I think this must be your zone of control. Or no, this is a contested zone. This is where the fighting's happening. So I'll just deactivate that and have a look around. So again, a lot of it's just for show. Like, otherwise they'll just have a wall with a bank of computers and you can do your banking and everything. So they've got to have something in there for you to look at. Okay, that's the same panel. So you got your main mail access, store access, and bank access. And then you got your basic crew value, shops. You can see here you can change the ship. So that's a obelisk. I can't pronounce that word. That's a ship you can get. That's a Romulan science vessel from the looks of it. I've got that one in. Oh no, I can't show you. It's in my list. I'll have to go to this guy and show you it. But you can see that there's a lot of different things you can look at. I think these might be ships that came out with this particular patch. That's the too many species to remember. Space equipment. And again, this you can only get these particular equipment from your fleet holdings. So let's see, critical hit consoles. So this will help your weapons do better damage. Sorry, better chance of doing better damage. So your beam weapons have 27% extra. Okay. Yep. Then you got cannons do the same thing. 27. So it's 1.6 and 27.9. 1.6, and that's for your different weapons. Let's have a look at chronotrons, plasma torpedo, polaron. So every single type of weapon there's a critical chance hit console to go with it. Critical damage, which means your damage output is stronger. So let's have a look. Critical severity is 8% better than normal. It doesn't put the chance up, but if you do hit a critical, you do get 8% extra. And again, it should be 8 and 27.9 all the way through for different weapons. What's this? Advanced Fleet Warp Cores. Let's have a look. Plasma injected warp core. Shield power buff. Your shield regenerate quicker. Your shields get a bit more extra hit points. Okay, transfer rate's a bit quicker. And again, we could go through every single thing, but we're just having a look at the first one or two on each list, because as you can see, there's quite a few, and you can take your time going through them all. Okay, so regen, so the different things. What's this one? Advanced Fleet Singular. So that basically it's like the Fleet Warp Core, but for Singularity. Hangar Pets. Okay. These are the ones you want. So let's see, does it tell us? So it's got focused anti-proton array, a transferic torpedo, anti-proton defense array, beam array overload 1. So beam array overload 2, which is a wing of 361. What is this, level 61? Supports 2 deployed, 3. Beam array overload 3. So you can see that there's different levels. There's rare, very rare, and ultra rare. So you can actually save up your credits. Again, I've got I can buy 3 of them if I wanted, but really you only need 2 because the hangars hold 2. You don't have to have these. You can actually put any sort of hangar pet within an obelisk. I can't pronounce it, but you know what I'm trying to say. And then the dilithium, you can see here, what is it? 38,200 dilithium. So that's about 4 days worth of playing, getting dilithium every single day. Because you get about 8 to 10,000 a day. As you can see here with refined dilithium, now mine's up to 8,000 a day. You can see there 4,000 plus the 3,000 plus the 100 is 8,000. Mine's at 8,000 because I've been playing for a while and I've upgraded it. I think the standard's about 5. But if I can refine 8,000 ore a day to get 8,000 refined dilithium, plus all the other things, you can get well over 10,000 dilithium a day just from logging in and doing daily quests. You can also exchange your Zen from your Z store. You can actually change this for dilithium, and you'll get one Zen for a couple of hundred dilithium, or vice versa. You can sell your dilithium or sell your Zen, but you can only do one for the other. You can't buy energy credits with Zen. So that's that. Let's have a look at... Okay, that's just checking out your ships. And again, we'll just have a quick look at the ship selection, because I can't remember the name of this damn thing. Let's see. There it is. Ah, Cathian, that's what I thought. I was thinking K though, that's why I was confused. And then, is it this one? Yeah, this is the other one. Chimera Heavy Cruiser. You can see that the warp cores are a bit more bulky. And that's what the ships are. You can go through them all. You can buy ships here. Again, this is just like a standard one. You can get any ship you want from here as long as it's within your range. And this is ground equipment. Again, fleet specific. Kits and modules. Okay, so if you don't know what a kit or module is, this is your kit. And some of them will have specific requirements. What's my exo armor? Oh, that's my space suit. Damn it! I've got to. You got to remember to swap that back out once you've finished your mining. You've got to have a secondary suit back up in your inventory, so you can swap back out to the body armor. So you can see I've got the elite fleet adapted shields, which adapts to energy damage weapons, energy weapon damage. So when you get kits, they can be specific. This one's a universal kit, so it can pretty much have anything in it. But you can get a science kit that has well, tactical engineering, depending on what your character is. Mine's a science character. Fleet science officer. There you go. So you can get kits, and the kits will have specific requirements, but these are universal. And I haven't filled them all out because, again, I'm not really. When I'm fighting, I just shoot. I'm not one for constantly clicking on every single possible weapon damage. Okay, so we've finished looking at this. We'll have a quick look at this other room, which I don't think has much in it. I think this was part of a quest. Yeah, I think this room itself was part of a quest in a storyline. And then once you finish that, you can officially activate your Spire. So it's just a meeting room. You can see the conference table, some storage crates, so it's just there for show. Again, they might update the game and put something in there. Again, I would prefer some sort of holodeck that has a function. This is a Soline armor set. This is something you can get through the reputation. Not this one, is it? No, that's not it. Joint Strike Force. This one. So this is some armor sets you can get through this particular game playthrough or storyline arc. Yeah, so like I said, it's a short, sweet video. There's not much to describe. It's basically a few stores, stores for show, and for show. If you want me to do any more in-depth video on this particular Spire, I can, but like I said, I've pretty much shown you everything there is to show you within the Spire. So I'll just log out like I normally do and show you what I've got to offer. Yep, the game's shut down. You can see here, these are the platforms I have available at the moment. These are the games I have available to play at the moment. These are the games I've done playthroughs already for, and these are the ones I plan on doing in the future. I will be redoing all of these because, again, I'm starting out. They're not very good playthroughs, but I've done them just to show you that I've got the game. I'm able to do a playthrough. If you have watched them and for whatever reason you aren't sure what to do, I'm more than happy to go back to the game and play it and do a quick playthrough of a specific area that you want me to focus on. If you got any suggestions for games, I'm more than willing to try them. Although, you know, everything costs money to open, everything costs money to do. So if I can't afford it, I will put it off until I can. My channel is new. I haven't even got a single subscriber yet, so I'm still growing. Hopefully I will get my footing down and people will be happy to watch my videos. Okay, so I'm more than happy to take criticism in the comments. All I ask is that you keep it civil in the conversation, and I'll see you in the next video.